wanted to contract the muscles necessary to do so. Correct, Mike? Yep. They were contracting beforehand, were they not? But they were contracting isometrically, not isotonically. They were contracting in a fashion that persistently held him. Rigidity, you see? Not movement. Why didn't he move his arm before I touched him there? He didn't think it was safe. He didn't think it was appropriate. I hadn't created the contact necessary. He is feeling the warmth. Where's the warmth now?
In my arm.
Blood flow to the surface. That's increasingly important as we learn more and more about it. More than likely, he is also beginning to feel softening. Right? I prefer softening over the word relaxation, because relaxation has come to mean stillness. Lie down, shut up, don't move, just relax. I don't want that. I want expression. I want him to build Wilson and talk to him, you see? I want him to do something, not to relax. You ever been in a situation where you're dying to talk but you don't dare? You have? Have you ever been in a situation where you're dying to talk but you don't dare? Okay. Thank God. What happens to the muscles that drive speech? Under such a circumstance, what happens to the muscles that drive speech? Tension in the muscle. Let's call it isometric activity. Okay? So we're all on the same page. Contraction of the muscle, but no joint motion, that's isometric activity. You're dying to talk, you don't dare, you bite your tongue. You keep your mouth closed, even though another part of you wants to isolate, wants to say something. You see, but if you say whatever you want to, whenever you want to, you will never keep a job. Right? So there are plenty of times where the culture says, talk now. When will those muscles soften? After you say it. You see what I mean? You're going to have to say it. So where do you go? You go to a friend. You go to a friend. I'll go see so-and-so. She'll let me talk. She'll let me isotonically contract these muscles. And she won't judge me. She won't tell me what to say. She won't interrupt me. Very, very important. That's what friends do. They let you talk. They create a context that allows your speech to emerge in a safe place. See what I mean? And the consequence of that is a softening in the same muscles that were held isometrically prior to seeing your friend. Does this make sense? And we all learn in our lives how to be friends to others by shutting up. Okay? Your job is to shut up so that I can speak. Some people, and they're not necessarily bad people, you know, don't have any friends because they never shut up. And maybe some of you in here wonder why you have no friends, and the reason would be. Yeah, see, I think that's funny too, but you guys are not laughing at it. Come on. So, I am a friend, as I'll say to every patient, I'm a friend to your musculature here. I'm not that good at letting people talk, kind of obviously, but I'm very good at letting them move other parts of their system. How are the muscles from in this region different from the muscles in this region? How are they different? They aren't different at all. They are the same organ. And they're driven by the same thing, the central nervous system. Your muscles don't do anything your brain doesn't tell them to. Unless you've got a muscle disease, which isn't the kind of patient we typically see, your muscles will be driven by the central nervous system and by no other part of it. That's what drives the muscle. And Mike's response to the context that I've created here, so easily that I can lecture at the same time, makes him not only warmer, but distinctly softer, which is what you're looking for in a lot of patients, right? Softer, Mike? Yep. There are two other characteristics to a corrective maneuver, and I say it listed for you. We've got warmth and softening, surprise. He is surprised by these motions. Wouldn't you agree? He is surprised. He didn't plan them or willfully intend them, yet they certainly didn't come from me. When I move them, it's a wholly different thing. And any patient can be shown that. No matter how gently I coerce him, he can tell immediately, that's what I'm doing. But when I let him move, something else emerges that he wasn't previously planning in a conscious fashion. He planned it unconsciously. That's why he surprised himself. And the fourth characteristic is effortlessness. Effortlessness. There is no effort involved. Effort is defined as that which you overcome, that which you use to overcome your tendency not to do something. You know how it takes an effort to get out of bed some days? You know, it takes a real effort. You know what effort is. Any effort involved with this? None at all. Now, I understand that Mike's a therapist and all that stuff, and you might think that that means he's different. But in my many decades of experience with this, he's not different at all. He's a human being. He's just a person. And we are all alike in the same way. And that is, we instinctively work continually to reduce mechanical deformation in our system. We're going to talk more about that and its consequences. But it's the primary origin of pain that we can deal with. So after that period of time, we've got a different system than we might have had earlier. Turn to the right.